Hello, welcome back to the Watford Way. How is everyone doing on this fine Saturday lunchtime? I'm very much looking forward to the game. Before we get started, hello, welcome to the stream. Of course, if you are new, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and if you subscribe, you get access to being able to speak in the live chat during the game as well. Lots to dive into today. A very, very exciting Watford starting 11 as well. We had some audio issues on the last stream, so if anyone watching can do me a favour, can you just let me know in the live chat if you can hear me loud and clear? That would be great. If you could do that for me, just let me know in the live chat. We'll go through the starting 11 for Watford and Norwich in just a moment as well. But yeah, looking forward to the game. A big game today, a big week for Watford actually generally. Facing Norwich today, of course. Manchester City on Tuesday as well. Really looking forward to that game. Testing ourselves against arguably the best team in the world. And then next weekend, we're at home to Sunderland. So a very exciting week coming up for Watford. As I just said, can you please let me know in the live chat if you can hear me loud and clear, because last time we did a watch along, I know there was a few audio issues, especially in the first half, so please let me know in the live chat. VJ says loud and clear, so hopefully that is all good. And VJ, I'll make you a moderator actually in just a moment as well, because you do tune in to every single watch along, so I think it's only right I add you as a moderator. There we go. VJ just added you as a moderator there. Congratulations. And yes, we'll go through there's Watford team now actually, because it's a very, very exciting team. The most exciting Watford team actually this season, I think. Let me just get my bottle of water there. So let's go through the team now. And as you can see there, some very, very exciting players are available to Watford today. And the front three, especially for me, I look at that and I go, you know, Tom Cleverley can play some sexy, sexy football with that front three. Of course, Daniel Jebison making his first start up front. And Rocco Vata making his first start in the Championship today as well, alongside our Georgian magician, Georgie Shakvatatse. So Georgie, Rocco Vata and Daniel Jebison as Watford's front three is certainly an exciting prospect today. And looking down at the rest of the Watford team as well, let's take a quick look. We've got Ken Sema coming into that left wing-back role instead of Yassir Larouchi. That's an interesting call from Tom Cleverley, but I do feel personally that's probably the right decision. I feel like Larouchi has been defensively exposed in the last couple of games. So to bring Sema in, his experience, he's more physical. I think that's probably the right call to make today. The other big call today really is James Morris coming into the left centre-back role over Ryan Porteous, who was dropped to the bench, which is, again, is quite an interesting call. Maybe Tom Cleverley just doesn't fancy Ryan Porteous at the moment after his poor form towards the end of last season and continuing into the Euros as well. Francisco Sierralta and Matty Pollock make up the back three. And of course, Ryan Andrews starts in right wing back with Tom Delibashiri and Musa Sissoko in midfield with Daniel Bachmann in goal. In terms of the Watford bench today, you've got Ryan Porteous, Tom Ince, Imran Louza has returned from injury. Vacuum Bio is on the bench as well. As is Angelo Ogbono, who maybe will make his first Watford appearance today. Jonathan Bond, Kwadwo Bar, Festi Ebesele, and Yassir Larouchi finish off the Watford bench. We'll take a quick look at the Norwich starting 11, and then I'm sure the players will be about to come out in just a moment as well. I'm just watching the stream, and the fans are ready to go at a very sunny Carrow Road today. It's got Angus Gunn in goal, Fisher, Duffy, Callum Doyle, and Jose Cordoba making up the Norwich back line. Nunez and Kenny McLean as the two sitting midfielders for Norwich. Sinak signs Shwazwatu, never heard of that player for Norwich, but he's on the right flank for them with Josh Sargent up front. So yeah, a relatively strong Norwich team, I would say. They've lost a few key players in the summer, most notably Jonathan Rowe and Gabriel Sara. But I look at that Norwich team and their bench as well. They still have some great players in the bench. Cade Gordon, I believe, is on loan from Liverpool. And now Hernandez has been there for quite a while as well. George Long, Grant Hanley, Jack Stacey, you know, all very experienced Championship players. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting game today. I'm hoping Watford will pick up the 3 points. Fingers crossed. Let me know your score predictions in the live chat as well. Will come back to me for just a moment. You can see I'm donning a different Watford shirt today. I'm going with the 2018-2019 FA Cup final shirt, and I've even got there, you can see the gold print Watford offered when we reached the FA Cup final in that season. You could take your shirt to the shop and they added this gold FA Cup final print. So I thought I'd wear this today to hopefully bring us good luck in the game. So yeah, let me know your score predictions in the chat as well. I've gone with what did I go with? I think I went with a 2-1 Watford win, and I went with Jebison and Vata to score in my match preview. So I'll stick with that prediction. The players are out now and they're just greeting each other in the pitch at the moment. Watford donning the lovely black away kit today, which is very, very exciting indeed. And yeah, VJ says top shirt. Thank you very much, VJ. Tom is here as well. Hello, Tom, all the way from Australia. Hopefully this is a slightly better time for you to watch a match. I'm not sure what time it is over there, but I'm sure it's a little bit more reasonable than usual. At least I'd hope it would be anyway, of course, with the massive time difference between both countries. 9:30 p.m. That's not too bad at all. That is not too bad at all. Right, here we go. So you got Daniel Batman in goal, Ryan Andrews, Ken Semmer, James Morris, Syria Alta, Matty Pollock, Tom Deli Bashiru, Musa Sissoko, Daniel Jebison, Rocco Vata, and Georgie Chatford. That so we're nearly ready to go here at Carrow Road. And I think the only player I am really concerned about today is the American up front for Norwich in Josh Sargent, who always seems to score against Watford, which is very frustrating indeed. Hopefully we can keep him quiet today. But yeah, I'm just going to check my audio on my phone quickly. Oh, good. I sound a lot better today. Yeah, it was frustrating last time out having some audio issues here on the live stream, but I'm all loud and clear today, which is good news. And yeah, Tom says 9:30 p.m. there in Oz. Rudy says great shirt. Thank you very much, Rudy. I assume you own this shirt as well. I know you were quite young back when the FA Cup final happened, but I assume you own a version of this shirt. And yeah, welcome to everyone who's tuning in today. About a minute or so to go until kickoff here. Watford just in a huddle around the touchline at the moment. And as usual, if you are watching this along with me, I would advise you turn off any apps you have that will notify you of goals, because as I'm streaming here on YouTube, I'll be about 20 to 30 seconds behind real time, of course, as I'm streaming to you via the internet. So if I'm 20 or 30 seconds behind real time, I do apologise. That just happens when I'm, of course, doing a watch along. But here we go. Watford in the black, Norwich in their famous yellow. The Canaries are about to kick off here at Carrow Road as we get this 12:30 kickoff underway. And Norwich City have started at Carrow Road. And here we go. Hopefully Watford will not concede in the first couple of minutes, as we have done in the past few weeks, which has been very frustrating for me personally. It's not been good conceding so early on, has it? I think it's been the last 2 or 3 games now where Watford, have gone behind that early on. So hopefully we've addressed that mentality issue. Daniel Jefferson here chasing down an early ball. Angus Gunn playing out from the back here. And if you want to keep tabs of where I'm at in the game, I'm currently 41 seconds in. So if you want to line yourselves up with me, 44, 45, 46, 47, that's where I'm at in the game currently. Of course, the game is currently being streamed live on Sky Sports Plus, which is how you can watch it if you are in the United Kingdom. And yeah, looking forward to this today. I want a Watford win. I want 3 points. The Sheffield United game for me was frustrating to watch, especially with that vacuum bio missed chance. Here's Norwich looking to attack early on here. Got some space down this left flank. Cross comes in, and it's a massive save by Daniel Batman. A huge save, just 1 minute and 20 seconds into this match. Daniel Batman stopping that with his feet from Josh Sargent at the back post. And Norwich there threatening very early on the counter-attack. They won the ball back from Watford, and a big save early on there from the Watford goalkeeper, Daniel Batman. Wow. A fast start here at Carrow Road. Here's Daniel Jefferson chasing down that ball. Wow, what a fast start. Blimey. Woo! If you are new around here as well and you want to get involved in the live chat, please subscribe to the Watford Way. We're trying to hit 1,040 subscribers today, and I believe we're about 4 away from that goal. So if you haven't, please hit that subscribe button down below. It'd be very much appreciated. 2 minutes 30 seconds gone here. Norwich with the possession early on. A good chance from Josh Sargent. Oh, what a goal. Watford are behind again. Early on, 2 minutes 40 seconds. We're behind again. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. What a goal that was from Norwich's number 6. Oh. I mean, fair enough. That was a decent goal. I think that was Callum Doyle on loan from Manchester City. What a strike that was with his left foot. I'm just watching this on the replay. I mean, yeah, Daniel Batman, maybe his positioning was good. I feel like he should have done better there, really. Yeah, I feel like Batman should have probably parried that out. I mean, from Watford defensively, we should have closed down the shot before it happened. We had plenty of time to do so. And yeah, Batman, question marks about his keeping there potentially. But Callum Doyle, for Norwich on loan from Manchester City, has just scored a screamer. But again, we're behind early on, and this is becoming a real issue for Watford. Really frustrating. When you go away from home, this isn't what you want to happen. Yeah, really frustrating from a Watford perspective. And already, 3 minutes into this game, we're a goal behind. To win this game, we now have to score 2 goals away from home. We make our job a lot harder. Watford have just won a corner, by the way, as I'm on this rant. But, Tom Cleverley's spoken about this in the last, few weeks about the mentality towards the start of these games. And I don't know what the issue is, but Watford, seem to keep conceding early on. It's becoming a real problem for us. Here's Watford in the corner, though. Georgie about to take this. Georgie swings it in. The shot's taken by Tom Deli-Bashiri, who had quite a bit of time there, but he skies it over the bar, and it goes out for a Norwich goal kick. But yeah, really frustrating. Let me change the score as well. Completely forgot to change the score. Norwich 1, Watford 0 after we conceded so early on again. Really frustrating. Kevin's here. Hello, buddy. How are you? Nice to see you again. Matt, hello, how are you? He says, so nice to see Jefferson getting a start so we can see how he can do from the start of the game rather than being brought on as a sub. Absolutely agree with you there. I saw some ridiculous statements on social media from people already writing off Daniel Jefferson after his cameo appearances, which I think is ludicrous. So you got to give the guy, a chance. He played 10 minutes against Sheffield United away from home, and then he made a cameo appearance, of course, against Coventry the other day, in which I thought he looked quite good actually. So I don't quite understand the criticism I've seen from some people already around Daniel Jefferson. It's been very odd. But we do have some odd fans on social media, I do have to say. And by the way, if you are not aware, we actually did an interview with Tom Cleverley just a week or so ago, which you can view on our YouTube channel. We asked him about the last couple of years from him personally, about how he's kind of grown into the role, his career as a manager so far, both with the 18s, interim, and now full-time Watford head coach. We asked him about the Man City game as well, and whether he thought fixture congestion was an issue. So if you haven't already, make sure to go and check out our Tom Cleverley interview and all our other interviews with both Watford players. And of course, Scott Duxbury was a high-profile interview we had here on the Watford Way a few weeks ago. But that goes out for an Angus Gunn goal kick. Watford trying to create something there. Matty Pollock looking to create something from deep. But again, just to reiterate around the early goal, that time it was about 2 minutes, 20 seconds into the game. The Derby game was probably similar. Sheffield United, again, I think that was about a minute and a half in, wasn't it? So it's certainly becoming a real issue for Watford this season. Here's Norwich down the right flank. Norwich looking to get their first home win in the Championship at Carrow Road this season. Oh dear. Deary me, deary me. 7.5 minutes gone. Callum Doyle with the only goal of the game so far. We'll be here live on Tuesday night as well for Watford versus Manchester City. Some injury news here for Watford. Francisco Sierralta seems to have gone down off the ball with what looks to be quite a innocuous injury. He's being treated by the medical staff currently. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, although I can see Ryan Porteous taking his shirt off on the bench, maybe coming onto the pitch. You'll have to see what happens with Francisco Sierralta and this injury he's picked up here. He's still down on the floor, actually, being treated by the Watford medical staff. Looks like he's clutching maybe his ankle or the bottom of his foot. The players have just gone over to Tom Cleverley to take on some fluids and some instructions as well. And yeah, make sure to let me know your thoughts on the game in the live chat as well. I'm happy to take any questions about anything generally, really, as long as it's within reason. So make sure to get your questions in the live chat. And as VJ says, make sure to like, share and subscribe to the Watford Way as well. And an early change here, just 9 minutes into the match. Francisco Sierralta looks to be okay. He's just gone off down the tunnel. Don't know what the injury is. It seemed like it was off the ball. But Ryan Porteous, who started last week against Coventry, has just come onto the pitch for Watford. So James Morris, Ryan Porteous and Matty Pollock is now the Watford backline in this game. And Porteous plays it to Batman, who kicks long up the Carrow Road turf. Come on, Watford. I'm fed up. I really am fed up of conceding 2 minutes into every game. And actually, I went to Vicarage Road yesterday afternoon. You guys might not be aware, but I went to watch the Watford under-21s versus the Charlton under-21s. And that was another game where Watford conceded within, about a minute, which I found quite funny considering the 21s seem to be following the first team in that context. So yeah, the 21s ended up losing, I think, 3-2 in the end yesterday. But it was an enjoyable game. I really enjoyed it, actually. Quite a few famous faces in the crowd as well, which I did tweet about on my personal Twitter account. But here come Norwich once again, down this left-hand side, which seems to be where they're getting their most joy at the moment. Crossfield ball out to this right-hand side now. Watford with some defending to do. They get round Sema. Does that go out for a Norwich corner? It does. Norwich win their first corner of the game. Some good defending there from Ken Sema. Rocco Vata started, VJ. Rocco Vata has actually started this game, although he's not done a lot so far, I'll be honest. But Rocco Vata is starting alongside Georgie Shafatatse today. So here's Norwich with a corner. Got no idea how good they are from set pieces, I'll be honest. Oh, there is a contact made, and it's headed wide to the right of Daniel Batman's post. And that is a Watford goal kick. Kenny McLean there, just trying to direct that header. But yeah, went wide of Daniel Batman's near post. What the hell is going on? We're making another substitution. So Daniel Batman now looks to be coming off. Obviously, I can't hear the commentary, so I don't know what's happened. Daniel Batman is coming off and Jonathan Bond's coming on. I don't know if anyone in the live chat who's listening to the game can maybe give me a bit more context here. But that's two substitutions, within the first 12 minutes of this game for Watford. Jonathan, I don't know what's happened. I never even saw Daniel Batman have an injury. I don't know what's going on. What on earth is happening? Why has Batman gone off? I'm going to have to look on social media here because, of course, I can't actually hear what's going on. Oh, for God's sake. Jonathan Bond nearly getting caught out already, trying to play out from the back. Oh, God. I don't think this afternoon is going to go our way. Everything seems to be going wrong. We've conceded within the first 2 minutes. Sierralta's gone off injured. Our goalkeeper's gone off injured. I don't know what is happening. I really don't know what is happening today. Here's Porteous. Andrews tries to play it forward. It gets intercepted. Norwich regain possession. Here's Sargent. Morris puts it out to touch. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't think anyone on social media really knows why Bachmann was substituted here. Someone's saying Batman may have collided with the post after trying to make the save from Callum Doyle's goal. I don't know if that is the case. But, oh, what is going on? Two substitutions this early on is very odd. Really is odd. Oh. Porteous defending here. Goes out for a Norwich throw. And let me just read you through, by the way, how bad Watford have been starting from games in recent weeks. So against Derby, Watford conceded after 2 minutes in the game. Sheffield United, Bachmann own goal, 2 minutes into the game. Coventry City, Ellis Sims, 4 minutes into the game. against Norwich today, Callum Doyle, 3 minutes into the game. I mean, that is just simply, whether it's bad luck or not, I don't know. But there is clearly some sort of, mentality issue, starting games at the moment. I don't know anything else I can pin it on, really. It's really strange. It really is. Jacob Venables, was I at the Derby game? I thought you saw me. I go to every home game, Jacob, so you probably did see me. And if you did, of course, feel free to come and say hi. I spoke to someone actually at the Coventry game who recognised me as well, and they were very nice to talk to. So if you do see me wandering around, yeah, feel free to come and say hello. Norwich City with the free kick now on this right-hand side. It's floated in, headed over, and that is going to be a Watford goal kick. I don't know why Batman's gone off. I mean, unless he was carrying an injury potentially going into this game, although, again, you have to then ask the question, why even risk him if there's a risk of aggravating that injury, for example? The same with Georgie today. Yes, I want Georgie Shafatatse to start every game for Watford because I think he's our best player. But he went off quite literally on a stretcher last weekend, and Watford might be taking a risk starting him today. I don't know. So yeah, we'll have to see how all this materializes. But two Watford players have gone off in the past 15 minutes already with an injury. So whether we didn't do our warm-ups properly, whether they were drinking too much last night, I don't know. But yes, certainly, a really terrible beginning to this game for Watford today. Here's Rocco Vata, who's taken up a position on this left-hand side at the moment. And Norwich very comfortably being able to play out from the back here. Here's Callum Doyle on the ball at the moment. And here's a player, actually, I really wanted Watford to bring in during the summer. He's a player with a lot of potential. He's left-footed, most importantly, as well. And yes, Watford have brought in Angelo Ogbonna, but he's still not quite fit enough to start the game, as we've seen today. So hopefully Ogbonna, the quicker Ogbonna comes into this Watford team, the better, really, because we seem to be lacking some sort of leadership and guidance, in that back line, conceding all these goals so early on. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. Please subscribe to the Watford Way as well. We're trying to hit 1,040 subscribers today. We're 4 away from that goal, I believe, at the moment. So hit subscribe down below and you will make a Watford fan very, very happy. Some great play by Georgie here. Driving forward, he just gets that pass wrong in the final third. But a really dazzling run there from the Georgian magician. And here come Norwich again down this left-hand side where they seem to be finding a lot of joy at the moment. And yeah, a tough week or so for Watford. I mentioned this at the start of the stream. Oh, Josh Sargent with a half chance really there, but the header goes just wide of Jonathan Bond's post there. Great run by Sargent. But yeah, actually, it's probably, a couple of yards wide, actually, in the end. Oh, dear. I've got the hiccups. Yeah, Watford really struggling here early on. Again, to me, the midfield isn't quite working. That Musa and Tom Delly midfield. Yes, we've seen some glimpses of real quality from both of them this season. But there are times where I just feel they are getting really overran at the moment. And Watford certainly haven't really had any real control at all in this game. Norwich right now, are being able to play out from the back quite easily. And when Norwich do get into that midfield, they're able to bypass the press quite easily at the moment. So yeah, not a great start from Watford really. Porteous again, he's come storming out of position and leaving a lot of space in behind. He does well to get back and defend actually, Ryan Porteous. But that's something I don't like about his game, how he comes so far out of position and leaves so much space in behind. It is a real issue for us sometimes. Angus Dunn does well there to clean up for Norwich, and they get the ball rolling once again, and they're looking for a second goal really. And Watford haven't threatened at all in this opening quarter or so of the match. Norwich looking very calm, very composed on the ball, and Watford really are just standing around at the moment, not doing a lot. Here's Norwich still on the ball, unsurprisingly. 21 minutes, 30 seconds gone here at Carrow Road. If you want to watch the game yourself, the game is being broadcast live on Sky Sports via Sky Sports Plus. Here's Cordoba trying to find a pass forward for Norwich. And what a great pass that is by Callum Doyle. And Jonathan Bond does well to claim that. It's frustrating because I went into today, quite in quite a good mood actually. I thought the early kickoff, it's something different. Watford have started the season quite well. But yeah, this has been, one of the strangest games I've watched in quite a long time. Not only conceding early on again, but just to reiterate for those who are just tuning in, Daniel Batman, Watford's goalkeeper, has gone off with what appears to be an injury, you would assume, although it didn't look like he was injured at all. And then Francisco Sierralta, our centre-back, has also gone off with an injury. So 2 injuries, 2 substitutions, and an early goal conceded already in this game. Oh, God. Here's Norwich. And it's 2-0. It's 2-0, but I believe I think it's offside. Don't worry. Yeah, linesman's flag for offside. I don't have the commentary on, so I can't quite hear what's going on. But yeah, they did score a second goal. It's offside. Calm down. But again, poor defensively from Watford. I think that was Andrews there getting out-muscled, really. And yeah, actually, Jonathan Bond, if that had counted, terrible goalkeeping. It really, really was. But yeah, thankfully, I can assure you it's still 1-0. It is not 2-0. Oh, dear. How frustrating. Just looking at social media, if you see me glancing down at my phone, I'm just trying to gauge what other Watford fans are saying. Someone on Twitter said here, offside or not, Bond should be saving that. Absolutely shocking goalkeeping. Yeah, Jonathan Bond. I'm really not a fan of that signing personally, to be honest with you. I even said that when they announced the signing. He's just not. You really want someone to compete with Daniel Batman. Batman's been at the club for so long, and yes, he's been a decent servant for Watford, but you want to bring in, a younger goalkeeper with potential, to challenge Batman. And Jonathan Bond is, the opposite of that. He's had a lovely time out in Los Angeles for the past 3 or 4 years, picking up, I'm sure, quite a decent salary, playing in the MLS, and has come back to his boyhood club, Watford. It's kind of a backup goalkeeper with nothing really to do generally. So, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Jonathan Bond signing, to be honest with you. Here's Georgie, though, trying to make something happen. He dazzles past one person. Here's Rocco Vata. Shit! Oh! Comes off the post. It comes off the post. Rocco Vata with a lovely little shot there. Yes! Come on! Come on! Get in there! Ryan Andrews with the goal. Oh, we're back in this game. We're back in it. Come on. Oh. I mean, what a, that was a wild 30 seconds there. Rocco Vata, well, firstly, Georgie with a great run, actually going past 3 or 4 Norwich defenders. I think it was Rocco Vata with the shot, deflected off the bar. The ball comes back in, I believe, from Ken Sema on this left-hand side and falls to Ryan Andrews, who fires into the back of the net. Norwich really should have defended that better, really, watching this back on the replay. They did have someone on the line as well. But Ryan Andrews, the academy graduate, gets Watford back into this game. And I think that's his second goal of the season as well. And yeah, Watford are back in this game. We're back in the game. Let me change the score. Goodness me. Oh, what a wild game this has been. Just for everything that's happened so far. The early goal once again, the 2 substitutions, Batman going off with an injury, and now Ryan Andrews getting Watford right back in this game. And I'm a huge Andrews fan, and I have to interrupt myself because here's Georgie Chatfordadze once again in a decent bit of space. He lays it into Tom Dele-Bashiru, back to Ryan Porteous. Musa picks the ball up into Tom Dele, looking to get forward. Here's Andrews on the right-hand side. Back to Tom Dele-Bashiru. Porteous. James Morris. Crossfield ball out to Ryan Andrews. Does well to control it. Can Andrews get a ball into the box? He kind of does so. Here's Tom Dele, edge of the box. Into Ken Sema on this left-hand side. Come on, Watford. This is better. This is better. Watford win the throw here, right towards the corner flag here at Carrow Road. Sema about to take this. And that's a terrible throwing routine from Watford. We've just given Norwich the ball back, unfortunately. But yeah, Watford back into the game. Ryan Andrews, what a guy. As I said, I'm a big Andrews fan. And yeah, he's got Watford back into this. Tom says, get in. VJ says, have it. Rudy's happy. Matt's happy as well. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. We're back in the game. We're back in the game. I'd love the 3 points today. I'm a big AJ fan as well, as some of you guys might know. And Anthony Joshua, of course, born in Watford, is also fighting at a sold-out Wembley Stadium later this evening. So I'm hoping for a Watford Football Club win and an Anthony Joshua win as well. But Norwich City on the counter-attack here. Shots taken, and Jonathan Bond, thankfully, clutches it into his arms and saves it quite comfortably. But again, Watford just not closing down quick enough defensively, and it's allowing these players to get shots away from quite far distances and get them on target as well. Here's Rocco Vata. Rocco Vata does well to hold on to the ball here. Tom Dele-Bashiru into Georgie. Can Georgie get a shot away? He does so, and it sails over the bar, unfortunately. But Watford certainly having our best spell of the game so far. Here's Tom Dele-Bashiru into Georgie. Can Georgie do something magical here? He's looking for a run. He passes it back to Ryan Porteous. Watford have just slowed the game down ever so slightly here. Here's Musa Sissoko. Lays it into Georgie. Finds some space. And drags his shot wide there. But Georgie certainly creating the most opportunities for Watford at the moment. And great to see Georgie back out there, actually, because I was at the game last week against Coventry, and he went down with, obviously, what looked to be quite a serious injury. He was taken off on a stretcher as well. Great defending there by Porto. And yeah, when Georgie was taken off on that stretcher, I had my head in my hands. I was very worried about, whether it was going to be a reoccurrence of maybe an ACL injury, which he's had before as well. He's had some serious knee injuries too. But thankfully, he's out there today playing football, which is great to see, and he's certainly had the biggest impact on this game so far. And talking about the goal once again, I know it was Ryan Andrews who scored it, but because I'm watching on quite a small screen, I actually thought it was Daniel Jebison who got the goal originally, because they do look quite similar. But yeah, of course, Ryan Andrews was the guy who slotted it away. And Watford have won themselves a corner here, 31 minutes, 20 seconds into this first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think Watford have scored from a corner this season. In fact, I think we might have in the League Cup. I think Matty Pollock scored from a corner against MK Dons, if I'm not mistaken. But I think that might be the only set piece we've scored this season, apart from obviously George's free kick. Oh! Oh my God! I thought that was in. What just happened? I thought that crossed the line. So the ball comes in from Georgie. Oh my God. Watford were so close to going ahead there. Daniel Jebison, I don't know if he shot wide or what happened there, but the corner comes in. It's deflected off of someone, comes off the inside of the post. I think it's going to roll over the line. And then Norwich obviously do well defensively to clear it in the end. But Watford nearly going ahead there from the corner. The ball being cleared off the line. Daniel Jebison hasn't got too involved so far. I've been watching some runs he's been making in the game. He's made a few, really pacey runs in behind, which we wouldn't have seen from maybe Vacuum Bio or Mileta Rajovic. But he's not really had too many touches of the ball so far, Daniel Jebison. Truguna, Josh, hello, my friends. The shirt is class. Is it a player issue? No, it's my own shirt. But yeah, it is a class shirt. It's from the FA Cup final season, Josh, in 2019. So yeah, it's a very nice shirt. It's certainly one of my favourites. Watford playing out from the back here. Truguna also says, come on, Watford, get back to the Prem. We need the Colney training ground derby. Of course. Pog Alfie, welcome Alfie. He says, need to pass to Jebison. That's true, Jacob. Actually, I completely forgot about that. Edu Kayembe did score directly from the corner. Completely forgot about that. And what a goal that was as well. Here's Norwich. I mean, this game can certainly be won by Watford if we take our chances. I just feel like, it was just disappointing to be disrupted so early on. I don't mind conceding. Oh, here's Norwich. Or Jonathan Bond does well. In fact, Jonathan Bond's been okay, actually. He's had a few shots to deal with from range, and he's actually done okay. He's not been too bad. That was Sargent that time. We probably actually should have done a lot better. I certainly hope so, VJ. I think it all depends really on the strength of the team that Manchester City put out. They play Arsenal tomorrow, and obviously there's not a lot of time in between playing Arsenal tomorrow and Watford on Tuesday. So I'd hope it will be a really heavily rotated Man City side, hopefully with a few academy players in there as well. And actually, I'm going to interrupt myself because they're just showing goal line technology here from that Daniel Jefferson chance from that corner. And yeah, Watford were just a few inches away from going ahead there, which is gutting really. But it is what it is. But yeah, back to Man City. I think if they really do heavily rotate and none of their big hitters are playing, Erling Haaland, Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri, you get the gist. If none of them massive players are playing, there is a small chance maybe Watford could win. But even if they played their under 21s, I still think that would be a really tough game for Watford to win. But we'll find out on Tuesday, and I'll be here again on Tuesday night for a live match watch long. So do join me for that big game as Watford face Manchester City away at the Etihad Stadium. Oh, Daniel Jefferson there doing well to force Angus Gunn into a mistake, and Angus Gunn clears into the stands. He's quite angry at his defence, shouting at them, as I can see here from the stream. And Watford win the throw-in. And not long to go until half-time either, about 9 or 10 minutes to go. There might be a little bit added on with them two substitutions Watford made, of course. Come on, Georgie's in space. Pass to Georgie. Oh, Tom Deddy does really well to turn and get away from his man. Here's Rocco Vata. Into Jefferson. Find some space. Jefferson, get the shot away. Oh, good feet there by Daniel Jefferson. And he gets the shot on target. And yeah, really good play there by both Rocco Vata interlinking well. And Daniel Jefferson with some quick feet to get that shot away as well. And that is not something you would have seen Mileta Rajovic do, unfortunately. I know a lot of people are Rajovic fans. I am not. But yeah, so some good feet there by Daniel Jefferson. It's just a delay, Alfie. Just because I'm watching via the internet, and then I'm obviously streaming to you guys on YouTube. So I'm probably I imagine 30 or 40 seconds behind real time. But yeah, there's not a lot I can do about that, I'm afraid. But yeah, I'll refresh my my stream at half time. So hopefully I can be a bit more in time with you. But you're always welcome to pause yours so it's in line with mine if you wish. I'm 38 minutes and 5 seconds into the game currently. So yeah, I'm probably, about 30 or 40 seconds behind, as I said. Watford have won a free kick here from really deep, actually. We're almost at the halfway line. Georgie is stepping over to take it. Someone's just down here tying their shoelaces. Referee's just waiting for them to to finish tying their laces. Looks like it's Porteous there. Matty Pollock, sorry. Here we go. Georgie floats it into kind of the back post area. No one gets anything on it. Goes out for a Norwich throw. They take it quickly. And Watford are susceptible here on the counter-attack. And Jonathan Bond does well once again. Actually, apart from that second goal Jonathan Bond conceded, which was actually ruled out for offside, of course, he's not done too badly in terms of some of the saves he's made, although they've all been pretty comfortable for a decent goalkeeper, I would say. The ball spread out wide to the left-hand side. Here's Sema. Rocco Vatta's looked good actually. Rocco Vatta probably the first 15 or 20 minutes didn't get that involved, but I think that's just how the game was going at that time. But certainly in the last half of the first half, Rocco Vatta has got a lot more involved. Actually hit the bar with a shot which ultimately led to Andrew's goal. And some great play to put in Daniel Jefferson as well with his quick feet. So Rocco Vatta's looks pretty good to me so far, actually, in my opinion. And some options for Watford on the bench as well. Loser is on the bench. Ogbonna is on the bench. Kwadwo Bar is on the bench as well. So a few options for Tom Cleverley to bring on. Oh, here's Georgie. A lovely drop of the shoulder there. And a lovely outside of the foot pass to Ken Sema on this left-hand side. Watford give the ball away, though, quite easily. And it certainly is a very, very sunny Carrow Road. A lot of fans struggling to see, putting their hands over their eyes. And yeah, we are approaching half-time now, just a few minutes to go. And I think I'd take 1-1 at half-time, actually. Of course, I want to win every game, but given the circumstances and the injuries Watford have had today, I think I would absolutely take, a draw going into half-time. Here's Norwich playing out from the back. Can Watford lead before half-time? Imagine if Watford scored now. It'd be hilarious after our start to this game. 42 minutes gone. Norwich just faffing about at the back, really, at the moment. Come on, Watford. Watford holding our shape well. Oh, ball's played in behind. Can Norwich get shot away? Here's Ken Sema down this left-hand side. Hoofs the ball up to Daniel Jefferson, who wins it. It's into Rocco Vatta. Jefferson running in behind. Doesn't get to it. Falls back to Angus Gunn. Callum Doyle on the ball now, who's had actually quite a lot of possession for Norwich today. Here's Georgie. Referee blows up for a foul. Alfie says, it's annoying for you. You're a Watford fan from Leeds, so it's hard to get to games. I assume for the games up north, maybe it's easier, of course, travelling to the games up there. But yeah, if you was coming to Watford every single week, travelling up and down the country, I'm sure that would be quite a pain. So yeah, I understand your frustration, absolutely. Come on, Watford. Right, we're nearly at half time now, about a minute or so to go. I'm just waiting to see how much time will actually be added on. I assume a couple of minutes maybe for the injuries to both Batman and Francisco Sierralta and the subsequent substitutions as well. Here's Georgie Shaffatazzi. Plays it into Daniel Jefferson. Back with Chakfadazzi. Out wide to Ken Sema. And Sema does well. And I was about to say he wins Watford a corner, but it actually goes out for a Norwich goal kick. Matt says the players this season with Cleverley as manager, their confidence always seems to stay up even when we go behind. Agreed with that, which is something you are enjoying this season so far. Absolutely agree with that, Matt. And yeah, it certainly is, a good change compared to, I mean, Watford have had some, really, I'm not I'm not being rude when I say this, but we've had some right stinkers as managers in the past couple of years. I mean, Slavan Bilic, what a miserable bloke. Valerian Ismail, he was all right to start with, and then he turned into a miserable bloke as well. Roy Hodgson, I can say the same. He was just an old man who was he was past it really at the time he was managing Watford. So Watford have had some right stinkers as managers in recent years. So to have Tom Cleverley, who is young, he's refreshing, he's happy, most importantly, is certainly a nice change to have in terms of the dynamic at the club. Here's Jefferson. Or Rocco Vata again. Lovely feet just to get out some danger there. Sema into Tom Delly. Plays it into Musa Sissoko. Spreads it out wide to Ryan Porteous, who has some space down this right-hand side. Here's Ryan Andrews here, driving at the Norwich back line. And Andrews, again, it's that final third party, just doesn't quite get it right. It was a tight space to get the pass through, and we're into 3 minutes of additional time here. 2 minutes left to play. And yeah, get your thoughts in the live chat for half time as well. We'll go through some of your questions if you have any for me. Here's Callum Doyle for Norwich. Cordoba. Ken Sema picks up the loose ball here. And ref, that's surely a foul. Oh, what an interesting game. Just under a minute now until half time. But yeah, what has happened so far? Well, Watford conceded again 2 minutes into the match. We've had injuries and substitutions to Sierralta and Batman. And yeah, Watford have got back into the game through Ryan Andrews. So certainly not a boring first half. It's not the most entertaining game I've ever watched, of course. Oh dear. Here's Norwich in behind. Oh, for goodness sake. For God's sake. Oh, I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I think that was Borja Sainz with the goal that time. I mean, what a simple goal as well. And that's just Watford's. I'd probably put that down to Ryan Andrews, actually. I think, you know what? There's so many errors for this goal. Really is so many errors. I can't believe it. That is so frustrating. Just before half time as well. Oh, God. Yeah, Borja Sainz with the goal for Norwich. Watford getting beaten. I don't know what to say. Let's just change the score and yeah, we'll talk about it then. But that is the worst possible time to concede. It really is, and this is becoming. Watford are really conceding at the worst possible times. We really are. Conceding 2 minutes into a game is really frustrating, but conceding just before half time, that literally was 30 seconds before half time, is just, it is so annoying. It really is. And I don't know what the issue was with that second goal there. I think the goal come down Ryan Andrews' side. And I think he'd just made a run up the pitch, which left a lot of space in behind. I saw someone say in the live chat that it might have been offside, but to me it looked like the ball was played perfectly actually for Borja Sainz to run onto. And then I just don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. I'm hoping they'll show a replay actually of the goal. I'll just refresh my feed as well, so I'm as up to speed as I can be. But yeah, the players are walking off the pitch at the moment. God, I really just don't know. I don't think Watford are going to get anything from this game today. I just think everything seems to have gone against us. The early goal, the two injuries, and the times we've conceded the goals as well are just so comical. I mean, to concede now, I mean, what is it? 4 games in a row we've conceded 4 minutes or earlier, which is just silly. It is just silly, and I don't know. I spoke about this already, but I don't know what the issue is. It must be a mentality issue. With this Watford team conceding so early on. Rocco says, "Why are we so bad?" I don't know, Rocco. I don't know. I don't think we've been bad. I don't think we've been bad. You can't sit here and I'm not going to sit here and swear at the players because we've not had that type of season so far. But it's just it's not good. It's not good. So yeah. So let's summarize first half quickly. So Callum Doyle, about 2 minutes 20 seconds into the game, if I'm correct, scored. A decent strike. It was a decent strike, although I personally thought Batman should have done better. Considering his best attribute, as people like to call it, is his shot stopping ability. I feel like if his positioning was slightly better, he maybe could have got to that. So yeah, Watford conceding that early was a real frustration. Then we had the Francisco Sierralta injury, which was strange. I mean, unless I wasn't paying attention, it looked like he just went down off the ball. So I don't know if that's going to be a serious injury for Francisco Sierralta. Batman then goes off injured, which is just, oh, I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. But yeah, the Batman injury again. I don't know what's happened there. He must have had some sort of. I saw someone saying on Twitter it might have been a hamstring issue potentially. So I don't know, but I don't know if any of you guys can give me a bit more clarity on that. Who are listening with commentary. And then Watford get back into the game. Some good work by Rocco Vata to hit the bar. The ball goes out to the left-hand side into Ken Sema, who puts a decent ball into the danger area. And then Ryan Andrews with a shot on goal to put Watford back into the game at that point. And then it seems like Watford were playing the offside trap potentially. We were very, very high. Borja signs, great running behind, a great pass, a finish. It wasn't even a decent finish, really. It was to Jonathan Bond's near post, but he put Norwich 2-1 up, and it is what it is, I suppose. But I'm quite disappointed. I think Watford could do a lot better than we have done today, looking at the Sheffield United game, I was quite disappointed by that. The Coventry game, especially in the first half, I felt we were really poor. And today's been really strange as well. So there's starting to be a bit of a pattern developing with Watford at the moment, which we need to get out of. And we have some really tough fixtures coming up. If I just take a look at Watford's fixtures in the next couple of weeks or so, I'll just read them to you now. And that does include Luton, by the way. So we've got Manchester City away at the Etihad on Tuesday, which, if we defend like we have today, will be a cricket score. It's going to be awful. We've then got Sunderland, who have had a great start to the season at Vicarage Road next weekend. Then we've got Preston away, Middlesbrough at home, and then Luton away at 12:30 in the middle of October. So, yeah, and then we've got Leeds after that as well. Bloody hell. So, yeah, a very tough run of games to come for Watford. We need to keep picking up points why we're in a good moment, I think. But Not good, not good. Okay, I'm going to shoot off for a quick break. I'll literally be back in a few minutes, and then we'll be talking about the second half. See you in a second. Right, okay, we're back. Can you hear me? Do I sound alright? Yes, we're getting ready for the second half. The players should be back out in just a moment. Yes, ooh, what a game! What a game it's been so far. Let's take a quick look at the statistics while we are waiting for the players to come back out. Let's bring them up on screen for you now. Bam, 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 bam. And you can see here Norwich really dominating this game. 9 shots to 7, 5 shots to 2 on target compared to Watford. 60-40 possession. 294 passes compared to 192 for Watford. They've had 100 more passes. Their accuracy is better as well. And Watford have actually had a couple more corners than Norwich generally. And scrolling down there, you can also see the league table with Sunderland also playing currently, who are leading by 1-0 over Middlesbrough. And yeah, Watford slowly dropping down the table as we currently sit in 5th place. So yeah, an interesting game, an entertaining game, I would say. But yeah, not particularly great. And you can see there on the screen as well, both Francisco Sierralta and Daniel Batman have come off, with Ryan Porteous and Jonathan Bond coming on as well. So yeah, not great, not great. I'm just going to shut my window actually because I can hear some building work. So just bear with me for one moment. Oh, right. Are we all ready for the second half then? Because I'm not. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Tom says, "What a disaster." I wouldn't call it a disaster. I think that there are many more things you could call disasters than this, but it's not been great, Tom, has it? If we're going to be totally transparent, so yeah, fingers crossed. We'll get a masterclass in Watford during this second half, and we score a couple of goals to win the game. Would you make any substitutions, is my question to you guys. Let me know in the live chat. In fact, let's bring up quickly why we wait for these players to re-emerge. Oh, it's already on the screen. You can see already the substitute bench for Watford. I believe Watford have one more opportunity to make changes because we've used two, I don't know what they're called really, but we've basically, you in every championship match, I think you have 3 opportunities to make changes. And we've used 2 of them already. So Watford have one more chance to make a change. And bring on 3 more players potentially. Of course, you can make up to 5 substitutions. You've got Tom Ince available, Imran Loser, Vacuum Bio. I mean, don't talk to me about him. Angelo Elbona, if you want a bit more maybe solidity in that back line potentially. Kwadwo Bar, Festi Ebesele, and Yassir Larouchi are all available to Tom Cleverley. I wouldn't mind seeing Ogbonna for his debut instead of maybe James Morris potentially. But aside from that, I think we've pretty much got most of our strongest players out there. Yassir Larouchi, of course, is a really quick player, but defensively is a liability as we've seen so far. So, yeah, I don't know, but if it was me and I could make one more change and one player only, I'd probably bring on Ogbonna just for that solidity and the experience he would bring within that back line. But we'll come back to my beautiful face. Hello. Yeah, we should be getting underway in just a moment here at Carrow Road. I don't know what's happening. We should be underway now, really. And I've just put the commentary on so I can listen to what's going on here. But I believe we're 1 subscriber away from our goal for today. We're 1 subscriber away. So if you are new and you're listening and you're enjoying my commentary somewhat, hit subscribe to The Watford Way and you'll help us hit our goal for today's stream. I'm just going to refresh my feed just in case I'm not quite up to speed here. Come on, where are these players? So, I can't believe it. There will be a short. There will be a short. So this is a tweet from the Watford FC official account on Twitter. In fact, let me get this up on screen for you now. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but let's get this up because it's important news in relation to the game. Twitter Watford FC. Bear with me, guys. You'll find this funny. You really will find this funny. Let's bring this on. Hold on. Share screen. Here we go. There will be a short delay to the second half as the referee has an injury. Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has an injury. Goodness me. Well, let's just wait here then, because I assume, I mean, what normally happens in these circumstances is that the fourth official or one of the linesmen, they're all qualified referees, right? So they'll all kind of swap their roles. So one of the linesmen might become a fourth official, etc. So that's probably what's happening at the moment. But as it stands, there's no football at all. The game is currently on hold due to the referee having an injury. I'm just going to go and tell my brother, actually. Hold on. The game's on hold. The referee's got an injury. Oh. Apparently. That's what it says on Twitter. Hopefully the players should be out in just a moment. I mean, my brother said they're coming out now, so maybe I've missed that. Oh, they are re-emerging actually. So let's just wait and sit on this screen until we've actually restarted. VJ says, "Can we have a quiz?" Well, I don't know how long we're going to be on hold for here, really. But yeah, okay. Let's just wait here. I mean, I don't know any quiz questions per se, but feel free to ask me anything while we're waiting for the game to restart. Yeah, I've never really seen this before myself. I mean, I'm sure older fans have seen referees get injured before, but I've never personally seen it at a Watford match. The players have re-emerged actually onto the pitch. So I'm just waiting to see. There's no referee or lines people at the moment. So I'm just waiting to see where they are. But the players are actually out by the centre circle. The camera's currently on Callum Doyle. I don't know if they're just going to occupy themselves. Yeah, they're just having a bit of a kickabout at the moment. So yeah, I don't know what's going on, but currently, guys, there's a short delay, as you can see, to the second half, as the referee has a injury. VJ says, "What is the nickname of Mansfield Town?" God, I don't. You're really testing my knowledge there, VJ. The referee's here. Is it a new referee? I don't know. What's the nickname of Mansfield Town? I can't answer that quiz question. I don't know. But I do have news. The game is about to restart at Carrow Road. So we're back, thankfully, which is hilarious. Norwich versus Watford. Yeah, we should be getting underway in literally just a moment. Oh, the Stags. Yeah, I've heard of that actually. Now Tom has said that. I do recollect that. And we're underway. We're back underway finally after the referee apparently picked up an injury. Now I don't know if we've changed refs or not because I wasn't paying too much attention in the first half. Maybe someone who was paying more attention than me could let me know. But yeah, about a 10-minute delay there to the second half. Come on, Watford. 2-1 down. Do I back us to get another 2 goals away from home? Well, actually, we kind of did it against Millwall, didn't we? Against Millwall, we come back into the game and won it late on through Mileta Rajovic. Oh, a shot there from Norwich early on. And have they won a corner? They have not. Goes out for a Watford goal kick. I think that was Borja Signs again, actually, just making his way down this left-hand side. Goes past Jonathan Bond's goalposts. Are any of you guys playing fantasy EFL, by the way? Because I am, and I'm doing all right actually. I'm currently in a fantasy EFL mini league with some other Watford fans, and I think I'm fifth, which is pretty good going. So yeah, my fantasy EFL is going well so far. It's not quite the same as fantasy Premier League, which I've played before, but it's different. Doesn't take too long. I think my one complaint with FPL, Fantasy Premier League, was that it took so long to kind of decide my team. And oh, what a save! What a save! Cianak there with the shot. Jonathan Bond gets down well. I mean, I'm probably over exaggerating it slightly, but a good save there by Jonathan Bond, denying what would have been a third goal for Norwich today. And of course, that goes behind for a Norwich corner. I don't actually know where the Watford fans are sitting because they've not really shown them on the cameras today. Here's the corner from Norwich, and it's headed over Jonathan Bond's crossbar. Goes out for a Watford goal kick. A lot of people complaining on social media about the offside. So maybe I was wrong. Maybe it was clearly offside. But watching it in real time on the feed, it looks like it was it looked like it was onside. Is what I'm trying to say. Couldn't get my words out there. But yeah, Watford are giving away a free kick here in a very dangerous area. Actually, I think that was Musa Sissoko. I mean, it's quite a really soft free kick. I don't know what the referee's talking about. I don't even think Musa Sissoko made any contact whatsoever. But a really great position here for Norwich to take this free kick from. Right outside the box, dead centre as well. So you could go either side of the goalkeeper. So you could have a left footer and a right footer standing over this to kind of confuse Jonathan Bond in goal, of course. And yeah, a big chance here if Norwich can have a decent set piece taker to go 2 goals up in this game. So Borja Signs and Callum Doyle are the predominant players standing over this set piece. Of course, both players have scored the goals for Norwich today. Looks like it's going to be between... I mean, to me, it looks like it'd be Callum Doyle, potentially, who's going to strike this. Oh, and the Watford wall does its job. There's a player down on the floor here who looks a bit concussed, actually. It's all right. Ryan Porteous is fine. He's got back up. He did his job. Porto. He put his head in the way. And yeah, I mean, that ball went right into Ryan Porteous' face. But fair play to him. Fair play to him. That is his job ultimately at the end of the day. Is that where they are? Okay, I'll keep an eye out for them then. To the left of Jonathan Bond. Okay. And also, you have to understand when Watford and Norwich meet, we both wear yellow, albeit slightly different shades of yellow. So it's quite hard to distinguish one fan base from the other, especially when they're sitting or standing, I should say, in the stands. Come on, Watford. Yeah, Norwich are really exploiting the space that our our wing backs are leaving, because of course our wing backs in this system push so high. If they can overload the side, the ball is going down. They can really exploit that from an attacking perspective, and they've really done that to good effect actually in this game so far. I think Ryan Andrews has been caught out maybe more times than he should have. So yeah, that's where their biggest joys come, down the flanks really. I've got a question for Tom in Australia, actually. For the Manchester City game on Tuesday, I assume your time, that'll be about 6 or 7 a.m., if I'm correct in saying that. So hopefully you might be able to tune in for that game, depending, of course, on what you're doing that day. But yeah, from recollection and the time difference, correct me if I'm wrong, but it should be about 6 or 7 a.m. Where you are, I assume. Oh, Georgie went down looking for a penalty. The referee kind of waved it away and said no. I couldn't really get a good view enough of the tackle to give my opinion on that, really. But Georgie, great run forward, went down in the box. But yeah, no one other than Georgie was really complaining about that. So I assume that the tackle was a good one there. 5 a.m. Wow. Okay. So yeah, let me know if you'll tune in for that. Oh, you'll get up early. Okay. Okay. Oh, I've just missed a goal. Sorry, I was just talk. I was just I was just talking to the live chat. And it's not a Watford goal. I'm sad to report it's a Norwich goal. Um, and yeah, I think this game's a lost cause really now. I think it's ball her signs again. Just watching this in the replay now so I can actually see what happened. Again, it's another ball over the top and in behind. Into the box. And a lovely finish. And they're just given too much time and space. It's the story of the game. Just giving them too much time and space. Jonathan Bond looks like he gets fingertips to it. Oh, it wasn't signed actually. Sorry, it was Nunez. I do apologise, but oh God, what's the point? What is the point? Let me change the score. Let me change the score. I didn't even see the goal in real time actually because I was talking to Tom in the live chat, but yeah, I don't quite think Watford will win this game now, if I'm going to be totally honest with you. Yeah, we need a miraculous comeback to win this game at this point. And my mind kind of goes back to that Daniel Jefferson chance when he was literally, a yard, a foot from goal. You know, I think goal line technology ruled it was only a few inches out. You know, what other real chances have Watford had? We've not really had that many. Rocco Vata hit the bar, which then subsequently that led to the Ryan Andrews goal anyway. So we've not really made any massive clear cut chances. In terms of the balance of the game, Norwich deserved to win, so I can't complain about that. Here's Ken Sema though, with some time and space down his left hand side, using his strength to drive forward. The Norwich defender does really well to get back and recover, actually. Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. What is the point? I was really looking forward to this game as well. You know, I thought, you know, we'll get the game done early in the day. Then I've got the rest of my afternoon free to do what I want. But yeah, it's not been particularly great, has it? Tom Denny does well, gets away from his man, spreads it out wide to Ryan Andrews. Andrews with I was going to say a dangerous cross, but it evades absolutely everybody. And it goes out for, can't actually tell, I think it goes out for a throw-in. And yeah, they've just shown the replay of the Georgie Shafatatse penalty shout. He certainly does get a push from the Norwich defender in the back. I assume the referee has just deemed the contact too light to go down like he did potentially, but it certainly looked like to me there was a push there as Georgie was driving into the box. But yeah, Watford would need to get a goal, you know, within the next 10 or 15 minutes or so to mount any sort of, you know, comeback in this game. 3-1 down, you know, away from home. That's a really difficult, you know, scoreline to come back from, really. Yeah, someone said on Twitter, back to reality. I hope it's not back to reality in terms of the performances we saw last season. I think I've seen enough from Tom Cleverley in his short career so far as a manager to suggest that he can do better than this. I just think today he maybe he got it wrong again. I don't know, but generally I thought the team selection was pretty much bang on. You know, apart from maybe Ogbonna not starting, but that's just a matter of fitness, really. So, haven't really got any complaints about the team selection per se. I just think we had a poor start. That the two injuries disrupted us, and yeah, I suppose we are back to reality in a way, aren't we? At least comparatively to last season. Yeah, some of the Watford players getting visibly frustrated at some of the decisions going against us at the moment. Tom Deli Bashiru there, just annoyed about a throw-in decision that didn't quite go his way. Come on, Watford, we can do better than this. Jefferson's been anonymous so far in this second half, really, and we're kind of approaching that 60-minute mark where a lot of managers do tend to make changes. Now, Watford can still bring on 3 more players potentially, and we looked at the bench earlier. We've got, of course, Ogbonna, as we just mentioned, Kwadwo Bar, Imran Loser, Tom Ince, Vacuum Bio, you know, is there if Cleverly wants to use him. So let's see what happens. But I think what will happen is, because we've made them 2 changes already, I'd assume Tom Cleverley will probably stick with what he's got out there for the meanwhile. Here's Ryan Porteous. Long searching ball out wide to Ken Sema, who again doesn't hold on to that, gets out muscled again. Oh, God, he does really well there to hold on to the ball. Wow, Norwich on a great break here. I think the referee's just played advantage as well after a tackle from Watford. Here's Sargent. Lovely play. Spreads it out wide to the right-hand side. Oh, referee, shut up. Honestly. Sema getting penalised there for a tackle. What a disappointing game. What a disappointing game. Half an hour left to play. So Norwich have a set piece here, 61 minutes, 20 seconds into the match. Probably about 25 yards from goal, I'd say. Bit further out than the one they had earlier. The wall does its job once again from a Watford perspective. Rocco Vata and Daniel Jefferson almost playing in front two at the moment, actually, is how Watford have set up in possession. At least it seems to me at first glance. Yeah, Musa Sissoko hasn't done a lot for me today as well, I'll be honest. Yeah, Musa's an interesting one for me. He's had some really good moments so far this season, but that's what they are. That they are just moments. And a substitution here from Norwich City. 29 is coming off. I think that was 18 coming on. So let me just take a look at who that is. Forson coming on. Is that Amari Forson? Let me just check the. Let me check. No, it's not. Ignore me. That's right. I thought he was. I thought he was from Manchester United, but I got that wrong. Apologies. We just look a bit disjointed now in the second half. I can't lie. Watford win the ball back though. Here's Georgie. Out wide to Andrews, who's starting to bomb forward here. Andrews again under pressure. You know, he does put a poor ball in there and goes all the way back to Jonathan Bond in the Watford goal. Back out to Matty Pollock, who recycles possession. Oh, it's become a bit stagnant, this game now. I'll be honest with you. It was all right to watch in the first half, and Norwich now just understandably controlling the game at Carrow Road. The home crowd are behind them. They're winning quite comfortably. I think if Watford got a goal in the next 10 minutes, it would certainly make the end of the game interesting. But look, I'm not expecting Watford to get back into this game at all now. I think we're really going to struggle to attain anything really. I do apologise that I've gone quiet, but there's not really a lot happening. in this game at the moment. It's been a bit stop-start. It looks like Tom Cleverley is preparing a change for Watford. It looks like a double change potentially. Festi Ebisele and Kwadwo Bar look to be getting ready to come off the bench. So it'll be interesting to see who they replace. I imagine, considering Georgie was injured last week, that he might be a substitution. But yeah, it looks like Kwadwo Bar and Festi Ebisele are the changes coming off the bench for Watford. I'll just confirm that for you in just a moment when they turn the camera back to the substitute bench. Here's Andrews. Here's Georgie. Big chance. Oh, goes out for a Watford corner. Oh no. I think they're blown up for a foul by Ryan Porteous instead in the box. Oh. Yeah, Porteous found his way into the penalty area. He tried to get the ball across the box, but in doing so, he collided with one of the Norwich defenders. So the referee actually blew out for a foul against Watford instead. Here are the two changes coming for Watford. It's actually, looks like to me, that is Kwadwo Bar and Yassir Larouchi coming on for Watford, which will be our final changes of the game because of what happened, of course, with Batman and Francisco Sierralta earlier today. So substitutions are happening as I speak. Yassir Larouchi replacing Ken Sema. And yeah, I wonder what their instructions will be, because it won't be to cautiously defend. I'm sure Tom Cleverley, wants to at least get a goal back in this game, potentially more. Rocco Vata coming off now as well. Oh dear. It's not Kwadwo Bar. It's Vacuum Bio. And Kwadwo Bar is coming on as well, but Vacuum Bio appeared out of nowhere. So Rocco Vata's come off. Vacuum Bio has come on, and Daniel Jebison has come off, and Kwadwo Bar has come on. So those are all the changes now made for Watford. So Bar, Larouchi, and Bio are the three changes. I'm surprised Ryan Andrews has stayed on actually, because he looks absolutely knackered. He's done a lot of running today, Ryan Andrews, up and down that right flank. Same with Georgie as well. Georgie was literally taken off on a stretcher last week. He literally couldn't move. So to see him stay on for the full 90 is surprising as well, actually. And then, of course, after today, a couple more days, and then it's Manchester City versus Watford. So no rest for the wicked. Georgie spreads a lovely, crossfield ball out wide here to Ryan Andrews. He takes it to the corner flag. Oh, here's Kwadwo Bar. Lovely play down the right-hand side. Lovely ball into the penalty area as well. No one running onto the end of it. And Watford regain possession, just recycle it once again. Watford having a good spell of possession here in the Norwich City half. Here's Porteous. Back to you, James Morris. Oh, Tom Deli Bashiru. That's poor. Again, a loose pass from Tom Deli there. And here's Norwich on the counter attack. And actually, fair play to Tom Deli. It was his pass that led to the counter, but he gets back and wins the ball back for Watford. Here's Tom Deli. Surely the referee's got to play advantage here. Yassir Larouchi now. Out to Georgie Shafatatsi. On this left-hand side. Being marked by three players almost, Georgie. Oh, another decent ball in, but no one gets on the end of that. Watford still have possession here. A good spell for the Hornets. Another ball out wide to Ryan Andrews. Can he get a good delivery in this time? He lays it off to Quadwo Bar. Back to Ryan. Into Ryan Porteous. Matty Pollock. Tom Delly. James Morris. Georgie Shapverdadze driving again into Yasser Larouchi, and he wins Watford a corner here. Good play by Watford, and we've got another corner. VJ says still enough time. Maybe so, maybe so. We'll see. We'll see. We need to score pretty soonish, I'd say, if we want to get back into this. Watford with the corner. We've won ourselves another corner, this time through Quadwo Bar. .71.5 minutes gone now at Carrow Road. Of course, slightly delayed because of the issue with the referee getting an injury. Here's Watford with the corner in front of the travelling fans, it seems like. Maybe not, sorry. I'm completely wrong. Ignore me. Well defended there by Cianat for Norwich. Here's Porteous. Under pressure from Sargent. Passes back to Jonathan Bond. Oh, here's Sargent. It's through on goal. This could be 4. And he shoots just wide. That quite easily could have been 4-1 to Norwich. And a embarrassing scoreline for Watford. We're just getting quite easily cut open here. And yet a lovely pass in behind. Not defended well by Watford again. And Sargent, a player of his quality, I'd probably expect him to get that on target. But again, Norwich, after a good spell from Watford, threatening in behind on the counter-attack.
It's going to be the pattern of this game, I think, to the end of the whistle till we just could be aware of Norwich on the counter-attack. Yeah. Well, if you are going to...
Come on, Watford. Another cross-field ball out to Ryan Andrews. Andrews into Quadwo Bar. Takes on his man, gets the byline, pulls it back. No one can get to it. Vacuum-Bio tried to. And again, falls back into Watford's possession. James Morris out to Matty Pollock. Quadwo Barnes had a decent impact actually since he's come on, to be fair to him. And again, here come Norwich threatening on the counter-attack. Here's Forson. He plays a poor pass and Georgie picks that up. Gets pulled back and referee, surely that is a foul. And a yellow card as well, actually, for that. Yeah, blatant foul there, really. By Fisher for Norwich. And yeah, 15 minutes now left to go for Watford. Slowly but surely, this game is becoming out of reach to really get any points from now, which is a real shame. And 2 tough tests coming up, both in the League Cup and the Championship. Manchester City and Sunderland up next for Watford. So it certainly doesn't get any easier. Here's Georgie, plays in a lovely ball. It's got to be a goal. Oh, it's not a goal. That should have been 3-2. I think that was Vacuum Bio who was actually running through there for Watford. I couldn't quite tell. Here's Larouchi on the left. Looking to get past his man here. Oh, that's a shame. That's a big chance as well. Again, well made by Georgie. It's Quadway Bar, I do apologise. Oh, yeah, they're just showing a replay here now. Georgie Shatfatatse, what a baller. Some great play by him. Lovely ball in behind the Quadway Bar. Difficult chance for him, I'd say. You know, if that's a better player, they probably would have scored. You know, could have dinked the keeper potentially as a different finish to go with there. But yeah, Quadway Bar, as an impact substitution, he's so good. Really, really impressed by Quadway Bar in his early stages of the season. Looks like a really promising player. Strength, power, pace. He just needs to add that little bit of finish into his game, and will certainly become a a good player for us. Another corner here for Watford. It's taken, goes to the near post and doesn't really get to anyone really. Norwich now making a couple of substitutions themselves. I shall update you when I have the names. Matty Pollard's just come over to the touchline as well to take some instructions. So it's Fisher off and Jack Stacey on for Norwich as their first sub. And then Sianak off and Anel Hernandez has come on as well. So those are the two Norwich substitutions. About 13 minutes left to go in this game. Watford still trailing by 3-1 at Carrow Road. Ball finds its way to Yassir Larouchi, who doesn't do anything with it, really. He just sends it back into the arms of Angus Gunn in goal for Norwich. Here's Forson, spreads it out wide to the right-hand side. Jack Stacey making the overlapping run here. Does come to Stacey, who wins Norwich a corner. Ah. Right, so Norwich here with another corner. Floated into the back post. Was headed on there, but doesn't actually get to anyone. And Georgie Chatfadatse picks up the ball, and there's a 2v2 situation here for Watford. Georgie continues to drive forward. Here's Georgie. Oh, come on, carry on. Oh, for God's sake. What a chance and what a run by Georgie. Really, really impressive. Oh, what a run that was. He was being trapped by about 4 Norwich players and he just continued to bomb down that right-hand side. He evaded the challenge. The goalkeeper come out. Oh, blimey. What a run by Georgie. He can't do any more, really. He's been absolutely superb today. And yeah, I think, this is going to be the game for Watford now. I can't see Watford getting another goal today. I really cannot. What a run that was by Georgie, though. So impressive. Really is. Here's Jack Stacey running down this right flank. And a good challenge there by James Morris. Oh, this could be 4. Oh, it's blocked. I'm shocked Josh Sargent hasn't scored a goal today, actually. I could have just jinxed Watford there. But yeah, Jonathan Bond comes out and claims that. Morris into Tom Deli Bashiru. Here's Yassir Larouchi. Lots of people on social media I just saw were complaining about Ken Sema's performance today. So I'd love to get your guys' thoughts on Ken Sema's cameo appearance today. Yeah, he's a player who I think has definitely regressed in the past couple of seasons. He used to be a real excellent, squad utility player. You knew every time, what you was going to get from Ken Sema. But I do feel like lately, especially last year and this year so far, he's definitely, dropped off slightly in terms of his pace and physicality going forward. Here's Quadway Bar. Lots of time and space. Can he get a shot away? Here's Bar. Oh, God. Some big chances here for Watford. Larouchi picks it back up. I feel like Barr should have shot in that situation, but he dragged it back and no one was there to tap it home. Here's Larouchi into Georgie. We've been really good since these changes were made, by the way. Especially, Quadwo Bar in particular. Out wide here to Andrews. Oh, Georgie tries to get ahead on that. Oh, I thought that was going in. Ryan Porteous with a shot from inside the box. The ball fell to him nicely, I think, on the half volley. I'm just watching the replay now. Yeah, Georgie attempts to head it on the half volley. Porto goes so close. That could have quite easily been 3-2. And 82 minutes gone now at Carrow Road. I really cannot see Watford getting anything from this game anymore. We've actually had chances. I go back to the Jebison opportunity as well. Yeah, that was huge. I mean, that was literally, you can't get any closer. I don't know how Jebison didn't score that opportunity. Andrews, of course, scored Watford's only goal today. And we've had other chances as well. So, yeah, Watford have had the chances to score. Norwich have been more clinical. I think they deserve to win the game, and they are doing so currently. And there's actually a pause in play at the moment as there's a player down here with an injury. But yeah, in summary, as we come towards the end of this watch long, I would say Norwich, fully deserve to win today. Really disappointing from a Watford perspective, of course. And yeah, we move on to Manchester City. Looks like another double substitution here by Norwich. Again, once they give me the names, I shall let you know who is coming on and off the pitch. And this is really just to waste time and break up the rhythm of the game now, really, from a Norwich perspective. They've done really well. Ball Hassan's coming off here for Norwich, of course, scorer of the second goal, if I'm not mistaken. The one that was contentious for the offside decision. So yeah, Borja Signs goes off. I'm just waiting for confirmation of the second substitution. Hernandez has come off, and Gordon is coming on for Norwich. Cade Gordon, of course, I believe on loan from Liverpool. So yeah, Cade Gordon coming on for Norwich. Here's Watford. Musa Sissoko on the ball. Loses the ball, of course. Classic. Here's Larouche on the left-hand side. Keeps the ball in possession for Watford. All our best play today has come through Georgie, by the way. Literally every attacking move has involved Georgie in some capacity, really. And yeah, Norwich trying to keep hold of the ball here. Watford do win it back and lose it again. All the referees blown up for a foul. And yeah, this game is coming to a close now, really. Vacuum committing a foul on Forson. And yeah, 4 minutes left to go of normal time. Plus, of course, whatever else is added on. Yeah, a really disappointing day for me at the office for Watford. Yeah. I don't, I'm not one of these fans who will sit here and be really harsh, because I don't think we're nowhere near that situation yet at all. Last season we were, of course, almost coming close to relegation at times. His Force with the shot goes over the bar. So I don't think we need to panic at all. I think we need to stay calm, keep backing cleverly, keep backing the team. Norwich themselves, are a pretty decent team. They're in the same position as Watford, where they got relegated and haven't quite managed to get back up to the Premier League. So they still have quality players as well. It's just a shame. It's more a shame for me about conceding early, because that then sets the tone for the rest of the game, because you're already fighting a losing battle being a goal behind. I think that's my biggest takeaway and frustration from the game today. Here's Watford. Tom Bashiri, edge of the box. Looking to maybe get a shot away. He doesn't do so. Passes it back to Quadwo Bar here. Out to Georgie on this left-hand side. Georgie with a lofted pass. Angus Gunn claims that very comfortably. Nearly at the end of the game, guys, and then you can enjoy the rest of your Saturday afternoons. Lovely weather here in the UK as well. The sun is certainly shining today, and it certainly is shining at Carrow Road as well. And yeah, look, I'm looking forward to the watch along on Tuesday as well. It's not often you get to play against a team like Manchester City, so to see the mighty Hornets come up against them is quite exciting. I just hope we don't get humiliated is my concern. So we'll see what happens. Here's Sargent on the right-hand side. Could be 4-0 here. And it is 4-0. 4-1, I should say. It's 4-1. Really disappointing. We've absolutely capitulated today. We really have. It's so gutting. I think it was Stacey actually with the ball into the box in the end. Yeah, Sargent into Stacey, across the box, no one there. Andrew, probably Ryan Andrews' his man actually. I mean, I tell you what, some of them Watford players were jogging. Anyway, I need to chill out, because I could quite easily sit here and go on a rant. But anyway, whatever. This hasn't been the game for us. I think it was quite evident early on with the 2 injuries that Watford were never going to win today. It's so annoying. we've had such a good start to the season, and to kind of ruin it by just lackadaisical, poor defending, switching off at the wrong moments is a real frustration. Um, and yeah, we've got 6 minutes now of added time to contend with as well. Now I can certainly tell you Watford will definitely not be getting back into this game now. So yeah, 3 goals behind, 4-1 down away at Carrow Road. I'll be really interested to hear what Tom Cleverley has to say after this game. I'm sure he's probably gutted actually with the performance today. Yeah, really poor. Not impressed with the performance today at all. God, frustrating. And that's a simple goal as well. And I'm sorry to say, but Matty Pollock, it looked like to me was kind of jogging back there when he was defending that fourth goal we've just conceded. So whether they're just shattered after doing so much defending today, I don't know. But you certainly don't want to see players jogging back when defending. You know, regardless of what the scoreline is, really. Yeah, here's Norwich on the ball now, quite comfortable. In terms of my man of the match for today, I'd probably go with either Borja Sainz or Callum Doyle for Norwich. I think Callum Doyle has been exceptional on the ball. I thought his goal was really well taken from quite a distance as well. Here's Watford with a chance to get a consolation goal potentially. And I think the linesman's flagged for offside there actually on Quadway Bar. Yeah, I think Callum Doyle for me is who I would name as my Norwich man of the match. From a Watford perspective, again, I've got to give it to one man in probably Georgie, who has been excellent again. I think from a chance creating perspective, he's done really as much as he could have today. I think it's the players around Georgie that have let him down. So yeah, here we go. It could be 5 here. Oh no, it's offside. Don't worry. Don't worry, guys. Calm down. It's not going to be 5. Oh dear. Oh, what a gutting performance, hey. I put on my special shirt as well. You know, I had positive vibes today. I thought I'd put on this shirt. We'll get the 3 points. We'll come away happy. And it's not quite worked out how I anticipated, which is a real shame. Here's Watford with some defending to do in the last couple of minutes of the game. Norwich just quite comfortably recycling possession now. They're under no pressure whatsoever. They're 4-1 up. They're comfortable. They're happy. I'm sure their fans are happy as well. I think this is their first home championship win this season as well. So for their new manager, I'm sure he's delighted to have played some really good football actually in front of the home crowd today as well. So if you're a Norwich fan watching this, fair play. I've got no bad blood towards Norwich at all. You've just been better than us today, you know, in all aspects really. And yeah, fair play to you. This referee hasn't been great, I'll be honest. He's given a lot against Watford today. You know, rightly or wrongly, he's really not helped our cause as Watford fans. But again, you know, I hate blaming referees, so that's not the road I want to go down. Really, I think generally Watford just haven't been. We've not been up to it today. You know, our individual duels we haven't won on multiple occasions. Our finishing hasn't been good, other than the Ryan Andrews goal. You know, Jefferson literally missed from about 10 centimetres out. So you can't get much closer than that, really. And actually, if Jefferson has scored at that point, the whole dynamic of the game would have changed, because Watford would have gone 2-1 up, which is obviously a really good position to be in away from home. So yeah, games change with goals, and Norwich have scored ultimately more goals than Watford this afternoon at Carrow Road. So yeah, that is my conclusion to the game. About 30 seconds to go here at Carrow Road. Watford just really hoping now they don't get a fifth. And also, I think, for our goal difference as well, you want your goal difference to be decent, because that can make a difference towards the end of the season. And conceding this many goals is certainly a concern. And I think Ogbonna needs to come into the team sharpish, really. But yeah, the game is about to end. Let me know your final thoughts before the referee blows the whistle. And before I head off for an afternoon of not talking about a shambolic performance. And that is full time at Carrow Road. It ends Watford 1, Norwich City 4. Tom Cleverley just shaking hands of the respective staff in the dugout now. And yeah, really disappointing for me. Yeah, not great. VJ says, yeah, well done, Norwich. Brown Electron says, we've been rooted. Is that how you say that? Tom says, thanks, James. Great commentary. Well done, Norwich. Absolutely well done to Norwich. They played us off the park today, I think it's fair to say. Great stream as always, James. Thank you very much, Rudy. And to everyone watching today, we'll be back on Tuesday very soon to watch Manchester City versus Watford in a big game. So yeah, really looking forward to that, actually. Hopefully we don't get torn apart, fingers crossed. I imagine we may see formation change from Tom Cleverley potentially, not pushing the wing back so high, because definitely Manchester City will exploit that. Make sure to subscribe as well to the Watford Way if you haven't already, and also please check out all our interviews on the channel from the last month or so. We've spoken to Tom Deli-Bashiru, Matty Pollock, Tom Cleverley, and Scott Duxbury as well, which are all available to watch here on YouTube. And as I said, we'll be back on Tuesday for the watch along. I'll be sure to get a match preview out as well for the Manchester City game. I'm just trying to get a Man City fan to come on to the channel to give their thoughts on the fixture as well. And I'll be sure to get out a match reaction to today's game out later this afternoon as well. So once again, thank you very much for watching. I've really enjoyed talking to everyone today. It's a shame about the result, of course, but I think my last message is, yes, it's disappointing. Yes, highlight where the deficiencies are in the team, but continue to back Cleverly, continue to back the boys, and hopefully we'll get back to positive results soon, and hopefully more wins in the championship as well. So once again, thank you very much, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye.